Always something to go wrong right at the beginning. All right, let's get into it. Another day of streaming today. Gonna do a bit of gameplay, I think. I'm gonna try and get that rating up. So the rating's sitting around 1800 at the moment, and I have been playing 15 plus 10, but I think I can do a little bit better if I play 10 minutes. So I'm gonna do a couple of 10-minute games today. But first, I'm going to warm up with Puzzle Rush. I'm just gonna do it on the screen, and then I'm gonna get into the boards. And then after a couple of games, I might get into some more training. So let's start a new Puzzle Rush, just to get the mind working a bit. Always good to warm up before getting into it. Black to move. And what else we got here? Just an easy checkmate. Is that a checkmate? Where do we go from here? Maybe we use the bishop somehow. So check, goes across, and then check. I knew it wouldn't let me finish that puzzle, but yeah, we got the right idea. Alright, this one here is a checkmate. And white to move, I'm thinking queen here. If he blocks, we take. If he goes there, doesn't work. And then I notice we just go up here. First move that comes to mind. Seems fine. Then we would have promoted the queen. Oops. Don't want to go there. Maybe we just want to go here. White to move it, give it a check and take. Okay. I don't have those squares. It's white to move. If I go here, they take. And if I go here, they take. If I go, okay, so if I go here, they take, and then I go here. What happens after here? He goes across, and then I go here, and then if he goes across, then it's back rank checkmate. Right, he can get out there. I can simply just take there. Now I do hear my computer going off in the background, so I'm just going to go turn that off. I guess I can't, that's alright. So, where were we? So, I'm thinking about just taking the bishop. Because that doesn't do anything. It's bad. That just seems like the only move. Am I missing something? I can't take there because he takes. That's a weird puzzle. Wins the free piece, and he can't get out there. He goes there. If I go here, he goes across, and I go here. That looks pretty good. quite seeing this one yet. What if I go here? He has to come down here. Okay, this is a problem because I'm not seeing this one. Queen H2. Queen H2. Oh, see what I mean by it's a problem? It's such a basic one. I've looked at this and I've looked at that one. It's simply just a ladder mate. I'm just overcomplicating it. But don't worry, I'll get this one nice and quick. And then, thank you, by the way. Luca, welcome. And why are my messages not popping up? Should be getting them now. Manusia, welcome. All right, let's have a look. What have we got here? Is that just a free piece? Well, not really, because then they can check and checkmate. Maybe just take the queen first. Looks good. And what have we got here? That's covered by that one. What happened to the Harry Potter chessboard? I'll be bringing that out a little bit later. I'm going to play some games on the Pro, just a couple of rapid games, and then I'm going to get the Harry Potter one out in a bit. Yeah, I want to play some 10-minute games today, so they're going to be a little bit quicker. Queen C7. Queen C7, can't block it, has to move up, looks good. Can block it, but doesn't do anything. So yeah, I'll be mixing it up today. A little bit of rapid, and then we'll be getting into the puzzles a little bit later with the good set. But for now, I am just doing a quick warm up. So these are just I'm doing them quick for me. Might be considered a little bit slow for other people, but a lot going on in this one. We've got a discovered check, we've got a pin. Yes, I do. The move. I got it here, ready to go. All charged up. A little weightlifting on stream. All charged up. I will be getting it out a little bit later. What do we got here, guys? What do we got? Any suggestions? Right now I'm looking at this, but that can't work. Knight takes C1. And then they get a discovered check on the queen, but the queen is protected multiple ways. Yeah, okay. No! Who said that? That's alright. That's alright. I don't know what it was. Yep, they're all fully charged. Is it here? If I push, he goes up. If I come down, this comes up and that goes across. And then he comes up. And then we get this anyway. I'm sure this is it. Yeah. Okay. Oh, get out of here. Why is that one not right? Check. Oh, he has to move here. No, he can't move there. Oh, he goes here. And that's why that wouldn't work. Okay. No, that's all good. This was just a way to warm up. We are going to get into some blitz games now. So let me just turn on the board. Not blitz games, sorry. They're blitz for me. Going to get into some rapid games. So... Alright. So the board is on. Let's hope we can connect it straight away. Let's just check. Yeah, it's there. And online game. And we're going to go some 10-minute goodness. All right, let's get into it. Just blundered a pawn. He didn't notice. Did I just blunder? No, I didn't blunder a pawn again. Oh. Maybe. Maybe bishop takes d3 could be deadly. But I don't think so. I'm not sure. Play a little bit of hope chess. Just blundered that pawn again. Oh, that pawn is giving me a lot of trouble. Yeah, he finally gets it. He didn't really. If I take queen takes rook, bishop takes rook. No, that's no good. I gotta get rid of that bishop, I think. The dark squared bishop. Okay. Okay, what's happening here? That's not good. That's not good at all. Time 5 minutes. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Please don't mind this first game, the warm-up game of the day. Alright, that can't be a good spot for the king. Can't be. There's got to be a way to do something about that. I don't really want to trade off the bishops. But if I do, I have to do it on my own terms. What am I doing for time? 3 minutes. How am I doing for material? He's up a full piece, pretty much. Okay. I can't get rid of the knight, unfortunately. The knight is covering the square, so I can't do any tricks. How can I get the knight to move? Okay, now the king moves. I didn't want the king to move. I need to get him back on that file diagonal. I think that still promotes even if he takes it. Take, I take, he pushes. Yeah, that's game over. That's game over. Doesn't push. a good move. That's a good move. I think I'll give it to him here. I don't see anything else that I can do here. Check. He just goes there. If I go here, he goes here. If I go here, he takes, I take, we push, I go here. I don't know, I'm just sort of... I'm looking for anything here. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. Okay. Yeah, I got nothing. I'll just resign and give it to him. Have a quick look at that. I won't go through too many of the self-reviews while we're playing the rapid game. Where do I think I went wrong though? Well, I definitely gave up that pawn. That was definitely a mistake that I made, which gave him the upper hand. And then from there, he was just able to continue stealing pawns until he was up 3 pawns total. So I think that's definitely one of the defining moments. Oh, look at that drop. So 1900 to a 2300. Game rating doesn't mean much. Have a look. What? Blunder. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I dropped the pawn. Where's my eval bar? Has the eval bar been disabled? Does anyone know what the goal is there? I don't know where the eval bar's gone. Either I've disabled it or chess.com. Kyo, welcome. If chess.com have put it behind another paywall, that'll be it. Where is the eval bar? Sometimes I play with viewers, yeah, depending on a few different factors. Today I am playing rapid games. Sometimes I play with viewers. I can't find the eval bar. Don't tell me they've disabled it. And then here. That's a blunder. Yeah, because I left this pawn, and that I needed to defend that pawn, maybe like that, or like that. What was the best move? Yeah, okay, relax. All right. So Alright, I don't need to see 100 moves, just one was fine. And then yeah, it was pretty much all over from here, so I still continued to play well, but that one pawn, like that crucial pawn. So if I go back to where I lost the pawn, so it was a pawn push here, was fine. What's the best move here? Okay, tough game, tough game. Alright, let's get into a new game. And hopefully we can do a little bit better than that one. And by a little bit better, I mean hopefully we win. wants to take my knight, he has to do it now. He doesn't do it, okay. My bishop's looking a bit questionable. Definitely not a fan of that move. Or maybe it was right. That's just a terrible move. Terrible move. That's a terrible move. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's all good. One minute. Oh, I missed a fork. All these things happen in time travel. I can still get it. Still get the fork. I'm going to switch to the computer for the rest. Oh, there's nothing I can do here. Where do I get the Chessnut board and the pieces? I've got my website on here, which can take you to all of them. I've also done reviews and tutorials on these. So if you click on any of the boards that you like there, it'll link you to the store and also my reviews, so you can sort of check it out there as well. Oh, that was a bad game. Where did I go wrong that game? I mean, that game I just wasn't comfortable in the opening. I thought he would have pushed there. All of this stuff over here happening just didn't feel right. I still reckon I'm equal here. I thought he was going to take here. And the bishop, I blocked it in. I didn't realize when he moved the rook. Does it come with a clock? No, it doesn't. But the app has a clock. So I actually did a video yesterday on how to record games on the board. So when you're playing on the board, so you can actually play, like the app itself has a clock. I'll see if I can connect it. So I don't know if you can see that there. Oops. Let me just get rid of the board. I don't know if you can see that there, but it's got a clock on there, and so you can actually play it. But it's not like your typical clock. But no, it doesn't come with a clock. So now I am losing. These are going to be a bit devastating. And yeah, I just gave up another pawn. Funny enough, I gave up the same pawn as last game, just colors reversed. And yeah, this fork here. I'm sure I had something better here. So I went here. Would it have made a difference if I went there? Yes, it would. Yes, it would. And then move, take, take, take. I'm probably winning here. Somewhat disappointing game. Not gonna lie there, but you know, look at that. I was actually winning. I just had no time. I did miss this fork. Move, and then I'm actually winning. So I did miss that fork. Maybe 15 plus 10 is my go-to game. They just take so long. I'm gonna try one more at and I had another missed win here. Oh, what have I got here? This is where I only had a few seconds. Oh yes. Damn it. Okay. Oh, that's tough. Tough game. Alright, let's go one more rapid game. If I lose another rapid game, I think it's time to go back to the puzzles today. But yeah, the rapids are getting I don't know, some days they're very easy and other days they're absolutely ridiculous. So maybe I can get a 10 plus 5 game, I don't know. Alright, I'm black again. he had a tactic there. Hey, thank you for the follow. I am playing this so badly, so badly. I'm giving away rating points. I should stop. Okay, so he goes here. I thought he was going to go here, so get something going on here. So he does have that. I thought he was going to bring his rook out here and go for that anyway. He does have this here. I need to push. This is just an ugly game. I'm clearly playing this one out of anger compared to the last two games. So I think it might be wise to go back to some blitz games maybe after this. Like, I know this is coming. Otherwise I would have put my queen back here. Good analysis, yeah. I'm playing bad. Got it. You got to be true to yourself if you know your game is off. It's definitely time to stop. Does that blunder a piece? So we've got this discovered attack. So if I go here and they take, and then I go here, I'm attacking this one, and when it moves I can take this one. I think that's right. But if I go here, they take, I take, and then the queen can come in. Well, the queen can come in anyway. Yeah, okay. I think this is good. Oh, I missed something. I missed that. So what I was thinking was, they go here, I take, they go here. And I completely missed that the rook was hanging, because I was going to go here next. So maybe if I had have left that there. It's just, yeah, I'm just completely off my game today. I'll keep the dark squared bishop for another day. Oh, thank you for the heart puff and the ice cube. I don't deserve it, not with the way I'm playing. Maybe e5. e5 would have protected the bishop, given an outpost. All right, what's he doing here? What's he doing here? Now my bishop is defended again. The rook is gone. Okay, but he comes out here. This is not even sure why I did that exactly. And that's a blunder. And that's a blunder. Oh, I am terrible today. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at that. That's not good. Yeah, okay, so I didn't have any big winning chances. That's just a free piece. How did I... Oh, it's not a free piece. I just exchanged that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that was no good. Do I play one more or do I just go to puzzles? I felt like I was playing very angry that game after the first two losses. I think I don't know if you let me win. You add me on chess.com. We can have a game. But just go easy on me because I'm delicate. It's been a few tough ones, so be nice. You'll just need to add me on chess.com so that I can send a challenge. While I'm waiting for that, I'll set up a puzzle rush, I guess. Pudding, have you sent the challenge or have you sent the request? Why is my board not working? Let's turn it off and turn it on again. Thank you for the follow. Why is my board not inputting? I don't want to play on the screen. I'm timing out. Why am I timing out? Alright, I am going to switch it up to Puzzle Rush now because I can't see my screen too well. And for some reason the board wasn't inputting the moves, so I'm just going to switch over to Puzzle Rush. Yeah, I resigned that one because I couldn't see the board enough. And it was kind of distracting having to input the moves when I can't see the board. So yeah, I decided I'm not having a good time playing. I might as well switch over to something a little bit more enjoyable. And I can play games when I'm in a better state of mind, because yeah, that was just not working. Having to try and squint and see the screen, no good. I'm not sure why the Chess Connect app wasn't working. I feel like it might be the because I received a challenge, I guess. I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't think that was a by any means losing position for me. I think I was doing all right in that opening, but I just couldn't see the board. So because how I've got my setup is I've got a very tiny screen on my laptop so that I can read everything and do everything at the same time. So yeah, just couldn't see it. So this one's black to move. So we are already up to level 20 on the Puzzle Rush. And I'll just get the board going again. I thought I completed this one already before I got the puzzle. So rook to f1 looks good. It's amazing the the different change of pace from the puzzles compared to the gameplay. This one's white to move. Thinking queen to e1. Yeah, queen to e1 looks pretty good. I was thinking rook to g3, but the rook is pinned. Oh, come on. I go here, he takes, it was here. Oh no, I'm just not. I'm gonna start a new one because 21 is too low to be getting an incorrect puzzle. Way too low. Just go through it nice and quick, get back up there. Alright, I'm going to leave it on this one because I'm not seeing it straight away. I am wondering if it's pawn takes g4. Pawn takes g4 could be it. What device am I using for display on the screen? I'm actually using my laptop. So it's a bit of a smaller screen and I've got it kind of halfway. Yeah, this one's an impressive board. I think like a lot of people really get impressed by this one. I think this is pawn takes pawn. So yeah, I've actually I've played around with this setup quite a lot to try and get it to a nice, comfortable, but also visually good-looking stream. This one's going to be white to move. Although I did get stuck on that last one, I'm probably not going to be probably not going to be getting stuck on these ones. Straight away there. Here, move, take, and he can't go here because the bishop is here, so that looks good. And we'll see if we can figure this one out real quick. This one's a bit of a difficult one as well. Let's see how the new video I posted is going. For anyone watching on YouTube, I did a new video yesterday. Make sure you head over there and check it out. I just posted it this morning. Not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. Let's have a look. Rook takes queen, rook b8 check, queen blocks, rook takes queen, king takes rook. Bishop takes knight. So this is one of those defensive puzzles. I'm not really good at these ones. Rook takes queen, rook b8, queen c8, rook takes c8, king takes c8, bishop takes e7 is what I'm looking at, which is losing. Paragon, what's going on, buddy? Alright, so I'm looking at this. Paragon, you're just in time. I think you were the one who mentioned defensive puzzles the other day. Take, check, block, take, king takes, and then bishop takes. And we're down a rook versus a bishop and a rook. And then take the rook. So that's not good. But that's all I'm seeing. That's all I'm seeing. If anyone's got any suggestions for this one, please feel free to jump in. 'Cause I am struggling. I don't have any checks. That's the only other capture I can see that would be anything, but even then, you're winning a bishop instead of a queen. That maybe it's here. Rook a6. Yep. Queen c8. Queen to c8, okay. Pawn to f6. So that's just missing something. Rook here. Check. I think I figured it out. I think I got it. I was miscalculating the pieces. That's what I had wrong. So it is rook here, check, block, take, bishop takes, and I just calculated it being a bishop versus a bishop and a rook. But I forgot there's actually a rook over here. I think my mind was just blocked on this is a defensive puzzle and I struggle with them, and it just didn't want to let me figure out that that rook was sitting comfortably over there. So I actually had two rooks versus a bishop and a rook. Alright, this one's black to move as well. That's a fork. Check, trade, and fork, yeah. This one's going to be white to move. Is that just checkmate in one? It's a bit funny. It's a bit funny how the puzzles can be so difficult and then all of a sudden so easy. White to move. That's just a checkmate in one as well. black to move is another checkmate in one, so I'm just going to do it up here before it fills up on the board. Typical mating pattern. And are we done with the maiden ones? This one's a maiden 3. Okay. Is this one a maiden 1? This is a maiden 2. This is the good one. We've got the bishops doing all the work. And the rook comes over on the side. So I'm going to play these ones out because they are a little bit too easy. And this is the same pattern almost. What do we got here? Check. He has to block. Take. He has to block again. I don't quite see the end for this one, so I will work it out on the board. Okay, queen h6, bishop blocks, queen takes bishop, queen blocks, queen to f3. And then you open the file for the rook to come in. So here, only move, take, only move, check. If he goes there, rook comes across, hitting the queen. And if he goes here with the queen, the rook comes across, and that's a checkmate. I don't know if that's correct. What's chat say? Aiden, what's your username again? We played yesterday, didn't we? And then bishop oh, okay. I thought it might have had bishop come down, but you just take there. N-lock. Did we play? Did we play yesterday? I don't remember that name. Oh. Oh, you better add me then, so that I can quickly bring up your profile. Alright, this one should be black to move? Yeah, black to move. Okay. Is there a wrong way to do this? I feel like just pushing, and he goes up, and then you push, and he goes there, then you push, should be fine. I don't think that's right. That just feels awkward. Yeah, I think it's just push. Tell you what, guys, I absolutely love playing the game, but geez, after those first 3 games that I played this morning, not good. All right, Aiden, at 35, maybe we'll do a game review. Otherwise, we'll do it after the puzzles. I calculated correctly and end up in exchange. Sorry, homie Bob, I only just saw that message now. What are we at? We're at white to move. rook sack, rook h4. If, well, only king can take and then queen goes back. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah. Alright, and white to move. I'm not going to play this one on the board. This one, I spotted this straight away when I saw it. White to move, white to move. How does he stop that? White to move. So we do have the fork, but after the fork, bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes. It is white's move, yeah. So maybe b4, bishop takes, and then queen takes. And at least you win. Yeah, so you do win. It does work. Yeah, queen b4. I think I'll get this one before it sets up on the board. So queen here, king here, queen back. That looks good. Queen there, if king up, queen here. Okay, I am going to have a look at this on the board. Ah, okay. And we've got the pawn move. The pawn move seals it in. Yeah, had he have gone down the board, we would have pushed the pawn up for checkmate. White to move. Is it white to move? Yeah, it is white to move. The best I'm looking at right now is Queen A7. Queen takes a queen, rook takes a queen. Rook b6, check. Rook to b6, check. Rook takes rook, queen takes queen. Rook to b6, check. King move, and then maybe rook to c1. I'm not seeing the full completion of it, but I did look here, here, and then here. That doesn't work. But if we go here straight away and he takes, we'll win the queen. So if we go here and then he moves across, this is where I'm up to. I'm not seeing the follow-up, but I'm pretty confident that's the move. Okay, now I see it. Rook here, if I block, queen takes. Rook here, if I go here, bishop here, and then they come across, and then rook comes up. That's a cool one. Okay, so they block. And we take. And I think that's my favorite puzzle of this run. Did I say 35? Pretty sure I said 35. And what are we at? 34. White to move. All right, so I'm looking at a simple move of queen to g7. Now, queen g7 threatens checkmate. Not checkmate, sorry. It threatens losing the queen, but they have to deal with the rook. But they don't have to deal with it because I've always got this check over here, and if I take, then the rook can come over for check, and then I move. I'm not seeing too much wrong with that. So queen to h7 is still the move I'm looking at. See, it's not the nicest position. What is that? It's not the nicest position because queen here. Well, okay. Queen here, rook across. And I was worried about check, check, and then check. But he's one move behind, so I think it is queen to g7. Okay. Yeah, so here's where I was looking at the move where I was behind. Knight takes, queen takes, check, check, check. But I'm up a full queen. Well, not a full queen, but I'm up a queen, so it must be good. Well, it wouldn't be sacking the bishop because the bishop is protected by the rook. If we're both on the same page. Well, this puzzle just keeps going, doesn't it? So, queen takes rook, king takes queen, and then pawn takes bishop, and you're into an end game of two rooks versus a rook and a bishop. That seems fine. Seems fine. Which game was it, Enlock? This one's black to move. We were just doing some really good puzzles, and then and then all of a sudden we've just got checkmate in one. That's Farhad. Let's have a quick look. I don't see it. I don't see it. Hey, thank you for the follow. Speaking of following, guys, if you are new here, I will be streaming multiple days per week. Usually a little bit earlier than this, but on weekends, I like to start a little bit later, you know, have a little bit of a sleep in. But I will be back again tomorrow for a long stream, and back on Monday as well. Monday will be the earlier times, Monday to Friday, nice and early. And then, actually I might have Fridays off, I think, you know, treat yourself. But Monday to Friday, Thursday, nice and early. Weekends, longer streams, up during the day. Now, one thing I noticed here is that I'm on the wrong color. So I noticed that black had a fork and I couldn't quite see the move. And then I spin it around and things start to look a little bit clearer with queen to f6. Queen to f6, king to g8, queen takes knight, queen blocks, and then queen to e8. It's looking like something. Maybe? Thank you for the likes, I really appreciate it. Lou, this is the Chessnut move. I'll just put my website up here. I have done videos on all of these boards that are showing up now. So if you're interested in any of them, you can always check out my website there. I've done reviews and tutorials on all of them, weekly videos. So make sure you check that out when you get a chance. You weren't meant to tell me when the brilliant move was. What do we got here? What do we got? Well, I think the first move has to be queen to f6. Now I was looking at queen takes knight and then queen blocks and then going up here, but I actually noticed that the rook can come back, so that's maybe not ideal. I kind of wonder if this is a case of not taking the knight, but rather putting the rook on h to g1. But I'm gonna go with my gut here and say that it's a queen takes. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was gonna review the whole game real quick and find the brilliant. Okay, there it is. So queen takes. That's all good, man. That's all good. Queen takes, rook hits. They do a pointless block. Give him a check. And the next move would have been checkmate. This one's going to be black to move. Yeah, guys, if you are new here, make sure to hit follow. Alright, so the first move that I'm looking at is queen to b1, but I'm not seeing anything here. So queen to b1, it is black to move. Queen to b1, king goes up here, and I'm just not seeing anything. Which tells me that it's not the move, and I should be looking at different checks. So we've got queen here next. Now he can't go this way, so he has to go here. And then, because the queen's out of the way, the rook can come up. Why can't my games be as easy as the puzzles, you know? Alright, white to move. Rook to f7 check. King has to go to g6. And then bishop to f5 is a double check mate. But I'm in check. Ugh. where I'm in check. So there's 3 ways to get out of check. I can move, capture, or block. Let's have a look at the captures. Can't capture. Let's have a look at the blocks. I block. He takes, I take, he takes. Block's no good. So now we have to have a look at how to move out of check. I'm leaning towards this one, simply because if he tries to give another check, the knight can block. If I go here, then he just goes check, and I think that's almost game over. So that's out of the question. If you go here, that just looks like a devastating check as well. I'm going to rule that one out. And if we go here, that's not good either. So I'm going to go back here. And now I've only got 2 ways to get out of check. Blocking with a queen is no good, so I'm going to block with a knight. Yeah, king f2 for sure. Rook f7 sacks the king. Tip of the day, don't sacrifice the king. Alright, so this one is black to move. Okay, so the problem is I want to get the pawn up here, but the bishop and the rook are both watching it, so I don't know how to get rid of that problem. So maybe it's a problem I just have to ignore and go for rook here. Thank you for the follow. 10.1. We're at about 5.3. All that tapping. But thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Every little bit helps, I think. All right, so it is black to move. Is that not just mate in one? So the pawns. The pawns are blocking off these squares. And if the queen comes in here. Yeah. Level 40 puzzle. How much is this board? I'm not sure the exact price right now. But if you go to my website, it's the Chessnut Move. I've done reviews on this as well as tutorials on these boards and all the other boards you see on screen now. And it has the prices there. I'm not sure if they're up to date. I'll have to check that later. But I do have a discount code on there which will get you like 12% off whatever the price in the store is. Yeah, I got the Move when it first came out. So I think my one is actually a demo model. But yeah, I got it when it came out, and yeah, enjoy it. Like to move. Okay, so I think this one is knight takes, rook takes, knight checks. But then I was thinking, if the rook moves, we go there, and they can't get out. But the king can actually get up here, but that's okay because we still take the rook here anyway. So, do I have any regrets? No. No. No, Aiden, I didn't find the game. Any regrets is the Twitch question. No regrets. I have all of these boards that are on screen. I have all of them, plus I have a few extras. There was one board that I got, which I really regretted, but it is not this one. I do regret that move though. Huh. White to move. Let's have a look at this game real quick. That would be my guess. It's got the bishop there. So the bishop is blocking it. So if I did go there, they could just just go there. I can't take because the bishop is blocking. And if I go here, and they push, and then I take, they can go here first. So get rid of the bishop, and then do the fork. And then they don't have this anymore. So they have to block, and then you take the piece for free. Yep. So that would be the brilliant. And then now you've got the fork. Very good, very good. Very easy to do this one first, and then they block, and then you can't take. And even easier to do this, and then hope that they would go here. But then you do run into trouble with this move here, and then when you, well, I guess take, queen takes, move. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'd probably prefer to be black here, but it's probably going to say that it's either equal or white's winning. Yeah. Alright, let's have a look. Yeah, very good, very good. Very good. Chess player, welcome. All right, let's get back to the puzzle rush. So it is white to move. One of those Paragon puzzles again, I think. All right. So the only thing that I can sort of come up with here is queen here, guarding the rook. Now, if they don't do anything, then the rook comes in and it's going to be checkmate a few moves. So queen here, rook comes up, rook takes, queen takes, and then undefended rook. Which is a check. The queen blocks, we take, they take, and then the bishop takes. Give the check still, and then I think bring the rook to h7, threaten to checkmate again. But rook to h7, then they can bring the rook back and we still take, and then we're in the same situation. Okay. How much is the table? Around 6, 7. So I'll put up my website here. You can always check it out whenever you want. And if you click on the move, it'll show prices for the wooden pieces. This is the one I'm using here, or the plastic pieces. Exactly the same board, except the plastic pieces are made of plastic. I think the plastic pieces range from around high 500s, and the wooden pieces range around mid 600. I do have a discount code on there, which will save you a little bit of money to get that price, but I'm not exactly sure what the price is as of today. If you asked me last week, I would have known what the price was. But they did change the price because there was a sale on. But that's over now. Thank you, Russell. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Tussle like Russell. Alright, this one's white to move. Is this a discovered, not a discovered check? Queen E8 check, King to G7, Queen to G8 check, Rook takes Queen, and then Rook takes Queen, promote, checkmate. Two Russells. Hey. Too much to handle. Alright, check, Rook takes, Queen takes, promote, and that's a checkmate. Everyone see that? Everyone got that? Let's do it. Russell got it. Where's everyone from? Where we all from? It is Saturday, I think, so a lot of people enjoying their weekend, I hope. White to move. Okay. Oh, very nice. Very nice. We take the pawn, we win 1 point. They take our knight, they win 3 points, they're up 2 points. And then we take the bishop, we get back 3 points, we make a point with interest. Easy game. But that's not it. I feel like it's something to do with knight to h4, but I'm not seeing it. Not seeing it. Seeing it. Let's see. There it is. Noel. Oh, sorry, no, Chessmaster. Take the pawn with the knight on f3. Yes. Remove the guard. And does it get more complicated with knight takes, queen takes, and then pawn push? And then if bishop takes, knight sacrifice, and then queen takes. Golden Submarine YouTube, welcome. Good to see you here. That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a tough one. Took me a bit to spot it. This one's going to be white to move. Now, I do have some very, you're only 500 elo and you got it so quick. Well done, well done. Guys, I got some very big plans coming up for the next month or two. So make sure you hit follow. I will be doing some fun events on here and also on YouTube. All right, so this one's white to move. Thank you for the follow. Kind of giving off the Bowden mate sort of vibe, where you bring another bishop in and it hits diagonally and the king just can't get out. We don't have another bishop, but we do have a queen. And I think that's good enough. Next one's going to be black to move. Okay, let's have... Alright, let's have to send a little text. Let's have a look. Okay, endgame puzzle. Rook takes pawn, king moves. Rook takes rook, pawn takes, and then king to g8. And then the pawn will run up the board. Looks good, but it's got to be careful. Rook takes rook, king f7. Rook takes pawn, king f7. Rook takes rook, and then pawn takes would actually be losing. So, yes. Take there. It's good because the pawn can move up, but take king here is the problem, because if rook takes, pawn takes, king has to go up. He can't block this time, and then the pawn promotes and it's game over. Which makes me wonder, is it just push the pawn straight away? So if we go here and he goes here and then we go here, and then what? I'm not sure. So I am leaning towards just pushing the pawn straight away. Rook goes over here, pawn goes up, rook takes, and should be able to do something about this. Should be able to do something. So yeah, endgames are my weakness for sure. It's also interesting. Take here, push, takes, queen, check, up, check, take. That's still a hard win. So I'm leaning towards push, unless I can find a good answer to taking the pawn. And queen over here. My elo just dropped below 1800 after 4 very bad games. I'm gonna do that grind tonight because I reckon I could get it back up to 1900 if I focus. But yeah. Maybe after there, the rook can actually swing across. And now how does he stop the pawn from going up? He has to go up. We've always got down. I don't know. I'm telling myself that taking is the right move. Taking is the wrong move. Taking is the right move. If I push, how do I stop checkmate? That's all I got. Check. So I have to take. I want to say, no, we don't take the rook. If you take the rook, the pawn will take, and then you're in check. Then you got to move up, and then the pawn will come down and turn into a queen, and then you'll get checkmated. So we're not going to take the rook. I'm half inclined to sacrifice the rook and just push the pawn. Sacrifice, pawn takes, and then queen, rook comes back, go up, and if he goes up, then go up. But push, takes, queen. I mean, it feels okay. But the other one I'm looking at is rook a4, which feels a bit more natural. Then he can go up here. Then you push. and then he goes across here. And how do you make progress? So that's the question there. How do you actually make any progress? I think pushing the pawn is the way to go. So push the pawn, they take the rook, you get the queen. You should be able to come back with a win from that. Yep. All right, black to move again. On the tough one. Is this a trapped rook exercise? No. I'm very confused by this one. Like, the only kind of tactic I can see here is giving up the pawn and then pushing, and they go check, and then you get the fork. But that's assuming that they're even gonna take it. They'll probably take that one, but they're not taking that one. And then okay, I'm leaning towards the king move. And he goes here, and then the king goes here, and he goes up, and then the pawn pushes up. I don't know. This is this one. What are we at? A 2500 puzzle. I'm not seeing this one, so I'm just gonna have to go with it. Okay. Yeah, 100% Teo. Learning in this game is brutal. I used to do a bit of coaching, and I did a one-on-one coaching with someone who was a beginner level, and he was learning a lot, but his rating wasn't improving. And I just had to say to him, you need to be patient, because you may learn one interesting idea about the game, but you may not use it for the next 100 games. And so your rating isn't going to reflect until you start using it to get those little draws here or wins there. So like, you could teach him ladder checkmate or king rook checkmate, and he knows it, and he knows how to do it, but he just doesn't get those opportunities, so he doesn't get to see it reflect in his rating or his game for like a good couple of months. But then once he does get it, it's like, okay, cool. Yeah, black to move. Okay, not too hard. Not too hard. If Aiden's still around, he would spot this straight away. You've got the fork on the bishop and the pawn, and it makes a battery so the bishop can't block. Well, it can block, but yeah. So yeah, I would say we'll go with that. What I definitely need to get back into is dedicated study. The puzzles are good, don't get me wrong, and a great exercise, and I have noticed a bit of improvement since doing puzzles again. But what I need to get back into is actually doing proper study. Alright, this one's black to move. Okay, first of all, I'm going to look at queen to d2. I feel like there's something here with queen to d2. Queen to d2, queen blocks, pawn pushes, check. King moves to f, and then queen comes back down. So let's have a look. So, check, block, push, only move, otherwise they lose their queen. And then the queen comes back down here for check. And now the only move is to block, and then we can take. So check. And if they block, that would be a blunder. Now, let's have a look again. So check. And if they go, they can't go here. They can go here and here. If they go here, it's checkmate. And if they go here, it's also checkmate. Yeah, just double check there was no stalemate or anything like that. Definitely one I used to get wrong a lot, but these days I get that one. Oh, another endgame puzzle, and it's black to move. Like h2, rook takes g5, and then king to h6. That's what it looks like. So h2 blocks off this square. They take, we go down, not to get skewered, and then they can't go up to stop the queen. They can go down and we go down again. And then they can go up and then we just queen. So I think h2. Yeah, this is a chestnut move. I've done a lot of videos on it. So, you know, feel free to check those out if you want to learn more about it. And then just queen. Did they have rook g8 after check? No. Rook g8, the pawn could capture. So the pawn moved up to h7. So if it had gone up to g8, it would have been captured by the pawn. All right. So this puzzle here. Oh, g1. If the king kept walking down, yeah. And if it promote the check, take the queen. Yeah, no. So you would keep your king gets checked, your king walks down, the rook checks. If the rook goes all the way down, then the king can just walk down one extra move before promoting the queen. So this one here, check, take, and then check, and then just force a draw. Before the second check, let's have a look real quick. So, okay, and now, if the king goes down, you're saying go down here. Grace, welcome. I'm well, how are you? Yeah, okay, so if the king goes down, and then let's say the rook went down here, the king would go down here again. So let me just bring that up on analysis so that I can show it, because the puzzle's not letting me. Across, up, takes, down, and then rook here, you would just go down one more time. And the pawn will block this square up here, and the rook can't give this check. So, and that's the reason why I went down instead of up. If we had gone up, this would have been a different story, because now the rook can go down, and no matter what we do, the rook is going to keep checking the king, and if the king gets away, the rook comes back. Yeah, so if we go up, then the gap is big, and the rook will get in behind and get the pawn. So it would be a draw. So it was very important to go down. Hope that explains that one clearly. All right. Oh, little pop-up almost made me click the wrong square. Am I wrong? I don't know, it felt right. Yeah, king goes up and it's a repetition. So repetition, or, you know, it's just going to be a draw. And Grace, I'm from Australia. This is a I did find the win. I found the win, which was going down. So king goes down and stops the rook from getting the checks in they need, and then the queen promotes. I found it. Always looking for a win. This one here, I'm joking around and saying I'm looking for a draw. Rook takes, pawn takes, and then it's a draw. Yeah, I stream daily. I stream most days. Not every day, but most. I can't help but feel like this is rook takes, pawn takes, queen takes, goes across here, check, goes back, takes the pawn with check, and then I guess they just go back again. But I'm not seeing how I deal with this problem over here. I'm just seeing a repetition. I got it. Okay. It is rook takes, queen takes, take, and then just come back because the queen is defending the rook. That took me way too long. I don't know the exact order. Right as I Grace, a bit of both. It was actually just take the rook. I was so focused on that idea that I completely missed everything. It was simply just, I don't know why these are 2700 puzzles. I don't think they're that difficult. It's simply just take here. Yeah, it's simply just take. Now, this is the part where I start getting a little bit fried and I start doing strange things. Take. Then down here is what I was looking at. I mean, that's just winning as well. So yeah, there we go. 2 wrong. We're at 50. 50's good. 50's good. Fifty's good, but could be better. All right. Let's rebuild. Yeah, do I stream for passion or for fun? Why not both? Is that not just a checkmate in one? No, it's not a checkmate in one. Is it a checkmate in one? Knight to e7 check. No. Knight e7, king to f6, rook 1 to h6. It's got to be. And the next one's going to be black to move. What's the markers in the right? Are you talking about these? Yeah, very hard to see on the portrait version. So I am multi-streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. So on YouTube, it's in a landscape, so it is a lot clearer to see. But these are all the previous puzzles that we've done, and they got the ratings underneath. Now you're not going to see those, but they start off at 186 and they go to 2774. So we got the ones over here that were incorrect, and of course that's going to be way too small for you to see on your screen. Go ahead, Grace. So yeah. Now when I do other games, it does look a little bit better, because if we go to go to my profile, and then we go and review one of my last games, the game review should show up a little bit nicer looking. Let's have a look. Still a bit hard to see. I might actually put like a little bit of something behind this so it stands out a little bit more. But yeah, over here, like something always shows up. A little bit harder to see on this on the landscape ones. Queen e4 check. If pawn blocks, queen takes pawn, and it's going to be a win there for sure. Queen e4 check. If the king goes to f1, do something. Yes, Grace. Over on Twitch. Tell me your amazing offer that you would like to share. I'm still leaning towards Queen e4 as being the move. Queen e4, King h2, Rook takes and it's winning. G1, Queen e1 and it's winning. F1. That's the only one that I'm not sure about. F1. Okay. Yeah, e4 looks good. And then they go up here, and then you can go check, and then they go here, and then you can actually go back for check again, and you'll clean up this pawn. So that looks pretty good. That was the only move that I was worried about. What? So I was looking at here, and I didn't even see this move. So Grace, have you not seen my my banners? They're already amazing. Are you saying they're not? So yeah, H1 check no longer works. But maybe just bringing the queen here now deflects. They got to defend, they come back, and then we take. Yeah, I agree. You know, by the way, welcome. And fake real person, welcome back. And straight away, this puzzle is screaming for the queen to go there. Oh, you know, you got one of these boards? Great. Make sure you, when you get a chance, check out my channel, because I've actually done videos on how to use this board and sort of get more out of it. I did one, how are they moving by themselves? They got wheels underneath. I don't know if the camera can pick that up from there, but each of them has a set of wheels. But you know, I've, check out my channel. I've done a lot of videos on how to get more out of this board. Puzzle Rush, Chessable, opening trainers, all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, if you're interested in any of that, make sure you check it out. Now we do know where white to move. You know, have you got one of these under your board though? That's the must-have right there. If you do want to do puzzles on this, oh, you don't have the exact one. Oh, you've got a different board. Okay. Depending on which board it is, it may be a little bit harder to do puzzles, because the thing about the move is because they've all got their own pieces, they can all move at the same time. If there's one of the boards that sets up one piece at a time, you could be waiting a while to do your puzzles. But definitely check out my channel and maybe get some ideas out of it. And the channel on YouTube is at Wiggy, W-H-I-G-G-I. Or you could always go to my website here and you'll be able to click on any of those boards there, and they should all take you to at least one of my YouTube videos, and you can check out my channel from there. Usually, Grace, no thank you. Yeah, these will be a lot of help, especially if you're playing over the board. As much as playing on the phone, on the screen is fine, it really doesn't help when you get to an over the board game when you've been practicing so much. But if you get your practice with an electronic board, not only does it just feel more fun to play, but actually helps with you over the board too. That's my opinion. I don't know. This one's got me a little bit stumped. I'm still looking at Queen H5 as a move. I'm just not sure what it achieves. Queen H5. King goes somewhere. We do have this move here, but then the rook comes down. So I was looking queen here, and then queen here, but that just feels very wrong. but it could be right. But even bishop here, it doesn't really do anything because the knight can come in and block. The queen supports it. So yeah, there's two really good ideas here, and I think they complement each other really well. It's just a matter of which one is the right move. I'm gonna lean towards the queen move, I think. Yeah, let's give it a go. Yep. And now, since he's gone so far away, now I'm leaning towards this move. And let's say he blocks, then come in here. But what if he blocks this way? Still comes in here, still good. And then the final block, queen here. And that's one that doesn't really make sense to me. I'm not really sure. And of course, they've also got moving the king away as well. So a few different moves that they can do. My elo is around 1800, but I actually feel like doing a big rating climb tonight. Just focus and play, because I got up to 1809 yesterday, and then I lost 4 games in a row today. So I think playing on stream doesn't really help. I played 4 games today already, and I lost all 4. I mean, the last game was a loss because I had to resign due to technical difficulties, but I lost 3 pretty convincingly. Yeah, so bishop here, if they move down, queen here, and then they just move across, and there's not really much else that can come from it. So yeah, I think I'm liking this one much better than this one. You win a knight. Huh. You do too. Look at that. And then queen comes in here, attacking the queen, the rook. But do you? Because the queen comes here, defending the rook. And then you take, of course. This is what happens when I get tired. Guys, if you are just joining us, feel free to hit follow. Just like that one person has done, I'll just call them Donut because it looks like they got a donut next to their name, but I can't actually read their name. I feel like it's something T. I feel like that character at the end is doing like a bit of a T pose. Thank you for the follow, you know. How much is this board? There's 2 versions of it. I'll put my website up here. There is the wooden pieces and the plastic pieces. I think the wooden one goes for around 650 $5.50, and I think the plastic one goes around $5.90 or something like that. But either way, I do have a discount code that you can use to get a cheaper price than whatever it is they sell on their website. You're welcome. All right, let's have a look. This one's black to move. So, said bishop to a3. So let's explore bishop to a3. If you were here earlier, you would have seen me mention this whole idea of Bowden's mate. And if we go bishop to a3, the incentive to take it isn't really there for them. They might be able to do something to delay it, like knight here. But what about queen? What about queen takes a3? And if they take, we take with checkmate. Because the bishops get the king. So bishop takes, knight here even. No, maybe not. Bishop takes, knight here, attacking the queen. Queen may have to move. If the bishop takes, the king now has an escape square. So yeah, bishop a3, really good find. And then from there we just explore why it's wrong. We figure it out, and then we realize that queen. Now, let's say they go check, we move, and they take here. They get greedy. Then we can go up here with check and checkmate, well, not checkmate because they can get out. Tin Lu, thank you for the follow. Welcome. All right. So I feel like it is queen takes. No. Let's have a look. All right, so let's go with the bishop takes. Okay, so it wasn't the queen or the bishop. Well, I'm all out of ideas. C3. So that's what happens when I get tired. I focus way too much on stuff that shouldn't be there. When that is just forced checkmate. And same over here. This one over here. I focus too much on ideas around this. When really, we don't even need to do that. We can just take. And what was the last one that I got wrong? What was the last one? What's the last one? This one here. Okay, I don't remember this one. This was level 41 though, I do believe. Okay, so this one here, I actually went here. And I focused on this idea too much. Because the idea is takes, check, and if he stays on this row, then you win the bishop as well, or you could simply take back. But really, I think the move was just take, and look at that, that's just winning. So yeah, definitely some poor form from me today. But yeah, 4 losses in the game. Kind of disappointing. My battery just went low on my computer too, so my screen dimmed. The energy saver is gonna start putting in the work for a little bit. But yeah. Guys, I will put up my website one more time. If you want to check that out, you can always follow my main channel. You can just go through any of those. You can follow my main channel. I do videos every week, and I also stream multiple times per week, usually a little bit earlier in the day. But thank you, M. That means a lot. Cat, my elo is around 1790, but I'm going on a big grind tonight. I'm going to try and get it back up. So yeah, make sure you follow me on my platforms, because over the next month or two, I've got some really exciting content coming up, both for live streaming and also for my main YouTube channel. Now, I did get several losses today. That's a bit disappointing, but make sure you hit follow, and hopefully we can get some wins in the future. Thank you guys. Thank you very much for the follow. I will be calling it a day now, but thank you all for tuning in. If you haven't met me before, my name is Wade. I have a YouTube channel at Wiggy, which I like to post videos on, and I like to enjoy playing chess when I win. Didn't win today, but that's all right. But I will see you all next time. Thank you for joining in.
Don't worry about that game. It's on the next one. He's on the next one. Clock still ticking, yeah, his lesson just begun. Pieces hit the board and his whole heart sank. Sat there staring like, how did miss that? No prep, rush moves, played it all wrong. Thought he saw the tactics, stared at it too long. Silence in the room while he's shaking his head. Beacon maybe chef just lives in his head. Every loss heavy when he's chasing the climb. Every wrong move hit the wind back in his mind. Tells himself study, tells himself focus. But the score, she's staring back like he's hopeless. Looks at the board, barely says a breath. Man, he really threw that game to death. Yeah, they saying he a loser. Blunder like a club room loser. Trap his queen like nice maneuver. He's looking at the board like, who even taught it? Trains every night and still forgot the structure. Wanted to play solid, ended up chaotic. Chess got dreams, but the moves look comic. Yeah, he felt his time, yeah, he played it dumb. Whole chat watching like, what's he done? But he's writing those mistakes down one by one. Next time he the one saying checkmate, son. So laugh right now, yeah, he earned that bruise.